Secure transmission established. This is Keeper. We may speak freely, Agent. Prepare to receive your orders.
Keeper, should I be thanking you for these lovely accommodations?
Don't get cute and don't waste my time. You're here to work. You were chosen for this operation because of your exemplary performance during training. Imperial intelligence needs agents capable of working independently in the field. Now you apply your training to the real world. Nemro the Hutt and his organization run Jaguna, and you're in town to convince Nemro to supply the Empire.
You realize I'm not exactly a diplomat.
If the situation requires a diplomat, you will become a diplomat. But for now, a lighter touch is required. We need to know what Nemro and his advisors are thinking before we can act. I want you to obtain access to the Nemro clan's inner circle. You require a cover identity. One of our contacts, an alien named Jig, has prepared a background for you and will provide the details.
So who am I going to be?
You'll be taking the role of a visiting pirate and trader. As I said, our contact will give you the details. Jig will be waiting for you at a safe house. Locate him, take what he offers, then report to me.
Should I expect to find trouble?
Most of Jaguna is caught up in a turf war. Some of the gangs involved belong to the Hutts, others are independent. Your combat training should see you through, but expect brutality and expect to be targeted. Jaguna isn't friendly to strangers. Now, find Jig and report back to me. Keep her out.
Excuse me, stranger. I don't mean to be overly familiar, but I think you're just the kind of person who can help me. My coward of a husband has taken my son, and I need someone with the wit and muscle to bring him back.
To be fair, you do seem a touch hostile.
You would act the same way in my place. My son is gifted. Do you understand me? Gifted in the Force. He has the ability to train on Korriban and become Sith. My husband trained on Korriban. He had his chance at glory, but failed. And now he runs errands for a slimy Hutt. I will not have my son do the same. Please, you must help me.
Why not do it yourself?
My husband once trained to be a Sith. The fact that he didn't finish doesn't diminish his skills as a fighter. I hope you'll reconsider. I would pay you well.
I give up. I'll do it.
Good. Excellent. He took my son to the shuttle port. A comm officer there who owed me a favor contacted me when they showed up. Be careful. My husband may not be willing to walk away peacefully.
You must be looking for someone else.
Potod wanawangi mo, boyatu kadanga. Na chuba nidori, na toda, daida wanawana. Kunjuda, kasuyali koira, togangi kong.
I'll see what I can do.
Welcome to Hutta, kid. You're new here. You look like you got a bright future, so let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back out there. Learn how to please the people in charge. And as soon as you can, get out.
You make Hutta sound like such a wonderful place to be.
The gang wars on Hutta are like the swamps. Wade far enough in, and you find yourself stuck and sinking fast. There's a gang war raging out there right now. If you want to survive on Hutta, you're gonna have to learn the ropes. I can get you experience navigating Hutta's gangs, help you build your reputation, if you help me out.
This should be interesting.
This is a gangster town, controlled by a greedy and cruel Hutt named Nemro, as if there was any other kind. Used to be I worked for Nemro's gang. Violent, bloody life. That's why I left. But now, my little brother's following my footsteps. Nemro's street gang leader, Rex Gear, is my old buddy. I thought he might help get my brother out, but I can't get to Rex for all the fighting.
How do I fit in?
If you could blast your way through them and talk to Rex, convince him to let my brother go, I'd be grateful.
I'll take care of it.
I'm glad to hear it. If you're successful, I should be able to swing a favor or some credits for it as well. You'll find Nemro's boys holed up in Jaguna, but you're gonna need to fight through Fothra's thugs, so be careful.
Rodonomales, smogas total gisbabo apiatai.
How'd an alien on Hutta end up working for the Empire?
Padra vimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag. Vataranai angomis acananorm, alas protas era. Gratai aptikti, iruprit vertini savasia salvebe kaegis.
What'll I have to do?
Padravimos brandimus prostis cad atveretag. Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
Carbejo pargi. Atrodo nomales, smogas total gisbavo apiatai. Gratai aptikti, iruprit vertini savasia salvebe kaegis.
They'll probably sell what they stole. What if we made them an offer?
Padravimos brandimus prostis cad atveretag. Vataranai angomis akananorm, alas protas era.
You got some skill breaking through Fathra's line, and some nerve coming in here. Do I know you?
This old gangster, Brel, he said you're a friend of his.
Yeah, I remember Brel. He wants his brother back, don't he? Well, I can't help. The Brel kid's a traitor. First time Fathra's thugs start shooting at us, he turns coward and tries to join their side. Nemro's gonna have a lot of questions for him, and I can't let him go.
I think we can work out a deal.
You're right. We're civilized people, aren't we? Look, I don't want to make trouble. So how about I pay you some credits and you go on your way? Tell Brel's big brother you got here too late or something. You'll be richer, and this weasel will get what he has coming.
I have a better idea. You let Brel go. He and his brother leave Hutter for good, and nobody knows any different.
What am I supposed to tell the boys? Turn coward and get a free pass off Hutter? That kind of deal's no good for morale.
Tell them you shot him, or he escaped.
They'll never go for it, but it looks like you're not leaving me with much choice. Looks like you got lucky, Brel. Your big brother's hired muscle just saved your skin.
Thank you.
You better get out of here, too. The boys won't be happy when they find out what you did.
What's it today?
Guns to Balmora, a whole planet full of weapon factories. They still need more.
You're the one Gianna recruited to rescue her son. She said you were on your way. Look, I'll point out her husband, but that's it. He seems jumpy, and I'm not risking my neck.
I don't need your advice.
Right. Yeah, I think I get it. Hey, Kendrell! Somebody wants to talk to you.
Do I know you? What do you want with me?
I'm here to take your son back, so that your wife can send him to Korriban.
My wife is so determined for our son to become Sith that she hires a bully to threaten me. I was once an acolyte at the Academy on Korriban. There's no failure at the Sith Academy. Those who can't cut it die. I got wise and fled before they could kill me, and I'll die before I see my son eaten alive by those Sith dogs. Let me take my son and flee. Tell my wife that you persuaded me, and we took the shuttle to Korriban. She won't know any different.
I'll tell Gianna you took your son to Korriban.
Oh, thank you. We'll leave right away, and you'll never hear from us again.
SWTOR la plasma era. Padra vimos brandimus prostis cad adveretag.
What exactly are these gifts?
Gratai apticte irprit vertini savasia salvebe caegis. Vataranai angomis acananorm alas protas era.
Jig, from this point forward, operational security will be at a premium. You will not contact us from this terminal again.
Smalsio poputus mana ira padare mana nan kali.
I understand you corrected Jig's mishandling of the situation, Agent. We'll now proceed.
Proceed to do what exactly?
Your next task is to access Nemro's inner circle. Present yourself to the Hutt as a fellow gangster, the Red Blade, and offer him Jig's gifts. One of the gifts is implanted with a listening device, which we will use to monitor conversations within Nemro's palace.
If someone suspects me, what should I do?
Use your judgment. Silence them or allay their suspicions as appropriate. But keep this in mind. At this juncture, our primary goal is to find weaknesses in Nemro's organization. Even if the Hutt won't join us, we might influence his lieutenants. Talk to Nemro and his men. Determine who we can turn and how we can sway them. We will be listening.
In that case, I'd better watch my mouth.
I expect my ears can handle it, Blade. Be careful what you say. And lose the accent. When you're in the Hutt Palace, you're no longer an Imperial. Contact me from the cantina once Nemro has his presence. Keep her out.
You. Where's my son? I thought I told you to get my son back.
I took the liberty of putting him on the shuttle myself.
Oh. Okay. Sorry I raised my voice. It's just, you know, a mother cares deeply about her son. But how did you manage to convince my husband?
Unfortunately, I had to kill him.
Shame. My husband died as he lived. A coward. But at least my son's future is assured. Thank you very much. And here is the promised payment.
I just heard from my little brother, and it's a good thing, too. Fathra doesn't look like he's about to let up. And if it gets much worse, Nemro might start being more picky about who he lets on board the shuttles.
Would have gone a lot faster if your brother hadn't been such a snivelling coward and got himself thrown in a cage.
Can't blame the kid for being naive. They paint you a pretty picture when they try to recruit you. I can't thank you enough, kid. Here's the credits I promised. Be careful on Hutta, though. Hutts will eat you alive if you let him.
Anonymity, deception. These are your tools. Trust no one. I know every trick of the trade. Trust no one.
Hello there, my chiss friend. Don't say anything yet. Act casual. We're old friends who met by chance. Catching up. A mutual friend thinks it's important that you acquire some new skills and weaponry. I've arranged a contact in Jaguna to get you started. Now pretend we're all caught up and leave, casually.
Oh, I get it. You work for Keeper too.
You're an idiot. Get out of here.
The pirate's on his way. Security droids say he's armed, but he won't be trouble.
Let's hope not. Here he is now.
I'll go tell the boss.
This is Carol's. Tell the throne room that the Blades arrived. When Nemro shows, stay at least 5 meters back and don't come up unless you're called. One wrong move, and you're a pile of ash.
You worried I'm gonna cause trouble?
Just going over the rules. You've got a reputation, and we don't want any problems. Allow me to present Nemro the Hutt, the illustrious crime king of Jaguna.
Kutsinanjie Jatongi Ma Techu Jiliska Tananga Ime Chaijo Ronchika Dodi Buna Buna Manchika Bog Nonis Nemo.
It's more than you're worth, you pile of slime.
Ita Chupa Chawa Aita.
Not bad. Nemro, the idols here are real Orodium. The cloth looks like...
Manama Asha Bijo. Kipuna Malituta Odmishka Kabano Tasema. Ki Obaki Wata Bangi Danko Batoga Wata.
You couldn't pay me to touch your slaves.
Na Juba Nidori. Na Dota. Da Aida Wanawanga.
Of course, mighty Nemro.
Ye Gubajiji. Guoting. Noli Makichisa.
Kikuna mo. Uban chone alipa. Istin koto.
Konchuta. Kasu Yali Koira. Tokanti Kong.
Looks like your audience with Nemro is over. You'll have to forgive the interruption. I've been working for that Hutt since he killed my gang when I was 13. Trust me, you can't talk to him when he's like this.
Seems like your boss has some temper. Why stay with him?
Because Nemro's got power and smarts, along with his temper. I like things a little more orderly than he does, but I don't complain. We're having trouble with the Fathra clan, and it's getting to all of us. Fathra's out of line, but the Hutt cartel hasn't bothered to interfere.
I'm not sure I understand. Why would the Hutt cartel be involved?
According to cartel rules, Nemo and Fathra are supposed to stick to their territories, and Fathra's decided cartel rules don't apply. Now look, I need to work up new plans with security, and keep an eye on Tathlosian to keep him from suggesting anything stupid. In the meantime, you're a guest, and you've got our permission to do business here. You got the run of the palace, so I'll see you around.
Well done, Agent. The listening device is working perfectly, and Nemro can keep no more secrets from us. Imperial intelligence has determined that Nemro's human lieutenant, Carlos Jarvis, is the weak link in his operation. You're going to twist the man until he serves us.
You're telling me I have to work with Nemro's thug?
Carlos has advised the Hutt for many years, and he's sympathetic towards the Empire. He admires our efficiency, and he prefers humans in authority. He'll do for our purposes. Unfortunately, Carrols is on the verge of disfavor with Nemro, while the Twi'lek Lieutenant Tafligen, I believe, is Nemro's rising star. I want you to go to Carrols and offer your services as the Red Blade. Do whatever is required to bring Carrols glory in Nemro's eyes.
What kind of help should I offer? We can't afford to make him suspicious.
You're the Blade. You're a pirate and a traitor. You want him as an ally. You're acting as a mercenary. Work it out. One other thing, Agent. This operation of ours has drawn the attention of a member of the Dark Council, Darth Jadus himself. The Council's authority is second only to that of the Emperor. It's a rare honor for an intelligence operation to be overseen in this way.
With all due respect, what does the Dark Council care about Hutter? This operation isn't exactly a threat to the Sith.
I don't know why Lord Jadus is interested, nor is it our concern. The Sith aren't obligated to share their reasons. Report back once you've rendered whatever aid Carrols requires. Keep her out.
I'm telling you, baby, I'm big time. Moving up, climbing the ladder.
Uh-huh.
Don't be in such a hurry, Blade. Don't you remember me? Your old buddy, Dino Ray? Now, you haven't aged well since we met up on Hoth. Your nose and your skin. But you couldn't be an imposter. You know your friend Dino.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure we've never met.
Ah, then we have a problem. You see, you don't look like the Blade I know. The Blade who owes me credits. But you say you're the Blade, so I'll take you at your word and ask for my money. You understand?
Maybe we can deal. How much money are we talking about?
Let's see, I could factor in interest, what you did to my ship, but that's not how pals do things. Yeah, I don't know where the real Blade is, and I don't care. But if you want me to keep your secret, I'll need enough credits to keep me comfortable.
You're bluffing. You wouldn't dare say anything.
You think? Well, you're right, talking does make things complicated. But if I kill you before you can run back to Nemro, I bet I can figure the scam you're pulling. And the Hutt'll pay me nicely.
Blade, come on over. Glad to see you're enjoying the palace. Look, I've only got 5 minutes before I have to go meet with some alien freaks, and I want to ask you something. You've been around the galaxy a few times. What's it like dealing with the Empire?
Mind if I ask why you want to know?
You're one of the last real independents. I admire you for that, but your kind is dying out. The Hutts have taken control of the gangs, and I think real soon the Republican Empire will want control of the Hutts, even if Nimrod won't believe it. So, if we gotta pick a side, I want to pick a winner, and I don't see the Empire losing.
Like it or not, the Empire does seem to be the future.
I hope so, and not just because of business either. My sons are free traders. They're doing business in the Sullus system. It's their first time dealing with the Empire, so I worry. I probably shouldn't. But you came to me for a reason. What can I do for you, Blade?
You know Hutta pretty well, but you don't have my skills. I thought we could partner up for a job.
Is that right? Normally I wouldn't, but lately I could use someone who works alone and gets results. Nemro's been stewing in his slime since we lost a shipment of rare ores in the Evokai lands. He blames me for some reason. Now the Evokai, they're Hutta natives from before the cartel came. They mostly want us dead. If you get that shipment back, I'll pay you good.
You got a lot more resources than I do. You can't recover the shipment yourself?
The Evokai are easy to fight here, on our territory. In the swamps, though, they're a lot sneakier. There's a work camp outside Jaguna. Nimro set it up for some Evokai who wanted peace. Bad deal, poor rubes. The chief there, Odef, was supposed to talk to the other Evokai tribes about returning the ore, but he didn't come through. He knows something, though. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment to keep, but I look forward to seeing if the Red Blade's as good as they say.
You? Yes! Oh, yes! Oh, saved, of course! Nemro the Bounteous takes me from the swamp, yes? He gives me a new name, new job. He makes me Morsel, the administrator. Nemro orders me to keep work camp enforcers in line, but they hired to bully Evokai. They laugh at me.
You tell people your name is Morsel, and expect them to respect you.
Nemro didn't think it was funny. There was ceremony and everything, but those work camp enforcers respect nothing. Go to work camp, wave your gun in Chief Enforcer's face, make him see Morsel no one to laugh at, and I have stack of credits for you.
Anonymity, deception. These are your tools. Trust no one.
I hear you're giving Morsel a hard time. That you don't respect Nemro's authority.
What? Who you Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Me and the boys were just having some fun. We didn't think... You're not gonna kill me, are you?
Look, it's not that big a deal. Let Morsel do his job, and everything's fine.
All right, no problem, and thanks for not being all hard about it. We won't give Morsel a hard time anymore. Won't even laugh at his name. Swear.
Hi, stranger. That's Evokai native speak for hello. Don't get a lot of visitors here who aren't backward savages. You come to the work camp looking for laborers?
That's none of your business.
Right you are. I spend so much time around these Evokai savages I forget my manners. My name's Varsunta, by the way. I deal salvage to the Evokai. Smelly work, but profitable. Most Evokai are decent, though not too bright. Like my little helper here. Say hello, Imat.
Welcome to Varsunta's many treasures. Do you know the Black Death who slaughters my people?
Imat, I keep telling you, not every off-worlder knows the Black Death. Oh, ignore him, stranger. This isn't your problem.
This Black Death, is it a man or a beast?
A man. Man, that's not his real name. Evokai call him that because he wears black when he hunts them.
The Black Death kills my people for sport. Butchers women and children.
He started out hunting hostile Evokai in the swamps, but now he's killing ones from the work camp. Having the time of his life. Keeps their ears and teeth as trophies. If this slaughter keeps up, I might have to get a real job. You know, I'll bet someone like you could convince this guy to quit. I'd sure make it worth your while.
If this guy doesn't take the hint, do you want me to kill him?
Violence is bad for business. Your call, though. You're looking for a vehicle out in the swamps, surrounded by security droids. This Black Death guy doesn't like visitors. You'll probably want to do something about his droids before you try talking to him. Good luck.
You said you were going to get the ore back.
I have done all I can. The other tribes, will not listen.
If you say so. Hey, you the Red Blade? Heard you were coming. Thought we'd soften up the chief for you.
Right, he looks pretty dangerous. Get out of here.
Yeah, fine. Call out if you need us.
I am Odef of the Evokai, leader of the Vom, sacred keeper of histories. I greet you in peace, and I am grateful.
Are you all right? Do you need a doctor?
No, thank you. But no. You've come about the ores, I think. I swear it was one of the other tribes who attacked your shipment. Evokai who refuse peace. In gratitude to Nemro for all he has done, I spoke to my misguided brothers, but they will not return Nemro's medals.
They won't even negotiate?
The tribes, they stole the shipment to spite the Hutts, and to use for themselves. They will make weapons, machines. They took the metals to their great village in the swamps. Only a beast or a shadow can enter. Seek the shipment there if you wish.
Your help is appreciated. Can I repay you?
I ask for nothing, but you may walk in our camp. There are others who have their own needs. Farewell, off-worlder.
I'm going to kill them! I'm going to kill them! That's what I'm going to do! I'm going to take my blaster and... Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were here. Please, I got nothing left to give you. I already paid my protection money, please!
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Listen, Donald. He doesn't look like one of Father's boys. Maybe he can help us.
Will somebody please tell me what's going on here?
A couple of months ago, my brother and his family started a farm on the other end of the swamps, near Fathra's palace. But when he couldn't afford to pay that slimy Hutt his protection money, Fathra sent his goons to kill him and his family.
Maybe someone should have helped your brother pay Fathra.
You think I don't have my own protection money to pay? Nobody's got anything to spare. But that ain't the worst of it. Now Fathra's goons have set up on my brother's old farm. Never even bothered to give my brother a proper burying. Just left his body for the birds to pick apart.
Please, stranger. We're not fighters, but somebody has to stand up to Fathra's thugs. Will you help us?
Tell me what you need me to do.
Listen, I don't have anything to give, but my brother stashed a case with valuables in his house in case of hard times. There's a trick to getting it open. So bring it back to me as proof you got revenge on Fathra's thugs, and I'll open it for you.
I'll take care of it.
Thank you. It won't bring back my brother, but maybe it'll show those goons that the people of Hutta aren't as powerless as they think. My brother's farm is near Fathra's palace. He kept his stash hidden in the rafters. Bring it to me and I'll open it for you. The contents are yours.
Did you do it? Did you get the case? The stash? I hope you had to kill a lot of Fothra's thugs to get this.
You seem a bit bloodthirsty.
Those thugs murdered my brother. I just hope they got what they deserve. Now here, it'll just take 1 second. There. The contents are yours. Now please don't bother us again.
Stop this nonsense at once! What do you think you're doing, blasting my droids? I'm a senior administrator of Zerka Corporation.
What exactly is a senior Zerka official doing on Hutter?
I don't answer to you, alien scum. I demand to know why you're disturbing my hunting trip.
If you don't quit killing the natives, you'll answer to me.
You insignificant scum! Do you know how important I am? I dine with Imperial moths. We both know Ebo Kai are no better than act dogs, so stop pretending this is about them. Look, I understand how things work here on Hata. I'll pay you handsomely to leave me in peace.
You're not buying your way out of this.
Oh, for the love of... What do you want from me? Stop wasting my time and name it.
I want you dead, you sick filth.
How dare you?
Dr. Tereb, I've come about Nemro's bounty on the advanced droid data cores.
Ja koga hutapawada bambaula. Kifa gutai oto India. Crispa doe kanki kunke gupa.
One of Imant's little buddies just stopped by. Said he saw you kill the Black Death. Pretty harsh.
I had my reasons.
You must have ice water running through your veins.
You punished the Black Death and avenged my people's slaughter. You will be celebrated at our campfires tonight.
Make sure you get my name right in your little folk songs.
We will.
That's enough, Imant. Get back to work scrubbing those broken power converters. Here's your credits, my friend. Safe travels to you.
Slow down, Blade. Stay with me a while. We haven't had the chance to talk. I'm Kaleo. Nemro puts me in charge of the good stuff. His guns, his troops, the safety of his little palace. You can spare some time for me, right?
I have a minute. What can I do for you?
So sweet and so polite. And here I figured you'd be eager to head back outside, blow the heads off a few locals. You've got a nasty reputation, you know. I hear you went and murdered poor Dino Ray right on this spot. What was that about, Blade?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you don't. That corpse had nothing to do with you. Oh well, I thought you might keep me busy at least. Nemro's got me executing laborers, torching houses, and it gets dull. I like to think you'll be trouble, Blade. You'll be bloodthirsty, treacherous, because I could enjoy keeping an eye on a bloodthirsty, treacherous pirate.
I'm not going to be trouble.
Shh, don't spoil the moment. If you are trouble, take your time. I'd hate to stick a blaster to your head or a slave collar around your neck before I've seen everything you can do. That's all I wanted to say. You can go now.
It's been a pleasure, Kaleo.
Of course it has.
Fathra will not stop his mining operations. He's going to keep tapping our gas pocket and cut our supply in half.
O kakiza spida perupa, kadwa shiniko higa danulia.
Don't play dumb with me, Tothlajan. Fathra doesn't need to steal our customers if he doesn't leave us any gas to sell, and we can't uproot him without help.
Punyu kichawa joto jamba.
Idiot. Sorry about Tothlajan, Blade. Legitimate business brings out the worst in us. Makes me miss actual crime, you know? But it looks like you're about to brighten my day. You find the shipment?
Next time you can muck through the swamp yourself.
Afraid of getting your hands dirty? Sound like my kids. The fee's been transferred to your account. You'll have access by the time you're back at your apartments. You earned every credit. I'd buy you a drink in the cantina, but I need to have a chat with Nimro. We should talk more another time, though. You do good work.
I appreciate it, Carols. Good luck with the hut.
Right. I'll need it.
The operation is proceeding well, Agent. Thanks to your intervention, Carol's Jarvis will once again have Nemro's ear. I took note of your meeting with Nemro's security chief, Kalio. You handled yourself well. Still be on your guard. We've identified her as a freelance assassin, enforcer, and anarchist. She's been attached to a dozen employers in half as many years, using several different aliases.
What's she doing with Nemro?
Unknown. In all likelihood, she needed the credits. And if she truly has no loyalty to the hut, we may be able to use her in the future. On to more immediate concerns. Nemro operates a major Schwash gas mine on Hutta. The Empire wants access to Nemro's refined gas. Unfortunately, Fathra is tapping the same gas pocket as Nemro. We need to destroy Fathra's operations in the rust yards before Nemro's grinds to a halt.
Can't we just buy the gas from Fathra instead?
Nemro's refineries produce Schwash usable as a precision explosive. Fathra can't refine the gas to the same degree, and he's wasting it by trying. You will travel to Fathra's mining facility and place explosives in the drill shaft, destroying the equipment and collapsing part of the gas pocket. You'll need to strip a uniform and credentials off the facility guards to pass the final security checkpoint. A working disguise is imperative.
What if I can't find a guard in my size?
I'm sure you'll make do. Your disguise may not hold up under close inspection, so avoid conversation. The explosives have already been delivered to your room. Once you're finished, go back to Carol's Jarvis and make sure he knows what happened. Take the credit if you like.
I'll be back soon.
One more thing, Agent. Darth Jadis pays increasing attention to your work. He will reward success or failure appropriately, and I will not intervene. Report back after you've destroyed the mine and inform Carols of the results. Keep her out.
Were you trying to get my attention? Random variances in an automated factory structure. Untraceable because there's no pattern, but productivity comes to a screeching halt. No time to lose.
Hey there, I'm Getzo. What you in the market for? Glitter Stim, Nova Jack, Corellian Sunburst? I invented all those spices. Ask anybody.
You meet the most interesting people in hot palaces.
Ain't it the truth? I'm a spice artisan, friend. People pay big credits for my special blends. Listen, I've been watching people come and go. You're the most exciting person to come through all day. We should be working together. I was buying a spice shipment from Nemro when some laser-brained smuggler outbid me. The smuggler offered up Nemro's favorite snack, a Deacon Eels.
What do you know about this smuggler?
Nothing, the guy's a nobody. The word is, the smuggler keeps the Adigan Eels in a water-filled crate while he and Nemro negotiate. I got an electromagnetic pulse bomb that'll boil those eels to a crisp. All I need is someone to plant the bomb.
Why not nab the eels and give them to Nemro yourself?
Crate is huge. It's heavier than Nemro after a week-long binge. With the eels gone, Nemro sells the spice to me instead. What do you say? Want to earn some fast credits?
Fast credits are my favorite kind.
Great. I knew we could do business.
Anonymity, deception. These are your tools. Trust no one.
Hey there. Mind telling me what you're doing in my hideout?
Who are you?
The guy who owns that crate of eels you're about to destroy. Nice bomb there. I'm guessing you don't realize who I am. You're in over your head, chum. My name's Nockrel. I work for the Empire, securing valuable resources by whatever means necessary. I'm here because the Empire discovered how to process spice into painkillers. Save sick and injured soldiers when there's not enough colto around. The Empire's never been in the spice trade before, but there are young men and women who need these painkillers. You see the predicament.
How much are you being paid now?
Enough for me to make you a very generous offer to leave those eels alone. The Empire needs Nemro's spice to save lives. How about you dump that electromagnetic pulse bomb through the sewer grate next to you? Then tell me who hired you. I won't kill the guy, just explain things. When I'm done, you make a lot of credits. Deal?
My employer's name is Getzo. He's in Nemro's palace.
That shifty little womp rat? I knew he was trouble. Head back to the palace and talk to Getzo, chum. We'll settle this business there.
You must be Peblak. I have a data pad for you.
Ezra, let me go. There isn't a scrap of food in the whole settlement.
How do you expect to do anything with that leg of yours?
It's not as bad as it looks, woman. Fathra's men won't get another shot at me.
Fathra's men shot you?
Simple misunderstanding. Nothing to bother yourself with, stranger.
Forgive my stubborn old fool of a husband. Getting shot in the leg has made him stupid. I'm Ezra. This is Rand. We used to work the rust yards just like everyone else here, back when Nemro owned it. Fathra took over and forced everyone out. Now we can't find work and we've run out of food.
Your people have had a tough time.
On the plus side, the wife here's lost some weight since the food ran out.
Shush, you old fool. We're starving to death, stranger. Rand has been stealing old power units from the rust yards to trade for food. My husband is in bad shape, but if you got some old power units, it would feed us for weeks. You bring us back enough recharged power units, and we'll give you everything we've got.
It's a deal. What do I have to do?
Head to the rust yards and gather up old power units. Fathra's men are wasteful. There ought to be plenty lying around. But you need to recharge the power units at the energy station before you bring them back here. Got it?
know you. Seen you around Nemro's palace. Heard your interesting reputation. Name is Cray. Paid by Nemro to sabotage Fathra. Goal to end hot war from shadows. Good work. Very exciting. Learned of hole in Nemro's security. Gotta seal it before Fathra discovers. Want in? Risky, but profitable.
I'll have to charge extra for putting up with your babble.
Conversation part of mission, yes? Already factored into payment. Fathra Patrol captured Nemro's smuggler in random sweep, but didn't know it. Fathra Patrol threw smuggler into rust yards as slave. Fools. Smuggler knows Nemro's business. If smuggler is exposed, business is compromised. Immediate action required, yes?
How much could this smuggler know?
Very much. If smuggler talks, Fathra gains advantage. Unacceptable. Mission objective, use this device. Deactivate smuggler's slave collar. Free him. If device fails, drastic measures authorized. Alternate objective, silence smuggler permanently. Snag tracking chip from base of smuggler's skull as proof.
Awfully cold, aren't you?
Hutta offers nasty life for the squeamish, yes? After job, consider relocating. Freeze Evan or get tracking chip from his skull, then return. Earn credits, leave happy. You in?
I can work with that.
Excellent. Knew you were right for this job. Zevon imprisoned in Rustyard's slave pen. Identified by green skin, tattoos, excitable temperament. Species, Mirialan.
Did you deliver my package? I put a tracker in it so I'd know, but there's interference blocking the signal.
You were spying on me.
I wasn't spying on you. I was spying on my package. Don't take things so personally. Hey, what's that smuggler doing here? What's going on?
You're messing with the wrong guy, Spicehead. Time to find yourself a new hobby.
You double-crossed me.
I had my reasons.
I trusted you. What's this galaxy coming to when criminals can't count on each other?
Getzo, I've got a special one-time only offer. Back off, or I make you eat your own eyeballs.
What? No, that's disgusting. You people are crazy.
You said you wouldn't kill him, remember?
He'll live. Just be blind with a bad case of indigestion.
I'm done, all right? I won't mess with you again. Just don't hurt me.
Who says there are no happy endings? Thanks for the assist. Here's your payment. Just like I promised. I need to get back to the bargaining table. I'll be keeping an eye on you, Getzo.
I won't do nothing. I swear.
Good boy.
Anonymity, deception. These are your tools. Trust no one.
State your destination. All vehicles leave on time.
Fathra's people, I know that. Cray sent you, didn't he? How you planning to bust me out? I can't stroll around with this slave collar on. If I step outside the secure zone, I'll be shocked unconscious. Or worse.
Cray gave me a gadget to deactivate the collar.
You can neutralize slave collars? Fantastic! Use it to free the others. These poor people got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Fathra's working them to death. They're strong enough to make a run for it. They just need their slave collars deactivated first.
You care about these other slaves that much?
We've been keeping each other alive in here. I won't just leave them. If the guards discover I've escaped, they'll torture the others to death. Can't happen. All you have to do is deactivate the other slave collars. My friends will make a break for it when the guards aren't looking.
I'll help your friends escape.
Great. Once you've deactivated their collars, come back to free me.
Representative identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Activating ventilation system. Lockdown in place until ventilation complete. Recalling all mining and security droids.
By the time Fathra's guards figure out what's happened, we'll all be long gone. I'll run ahead and report to Cray. If you kill more of Fathra's guards, that'd be a big help.
Please! You're with the settlement, right? You've got to stop stealing from this energy station. I'm the foreman here. Father says if this keeps up, he'll execute my family.
Sounds to me like you're working for the wrong hut.
Nemro's no different. This is how huts do business. Look, I'm sympathetic to these settlers, but I have to protect my family. I need to find out who the settlers are trading with, and shut them down.
I haven't met the settler's contact, don't even know his name.
I've got something here that'll give me all the answers I need. I built this special power unit with a tracker inside. The tracker transmits its location from any place on Hutta. If you give this power unit to the settlers, I can find the black market contact and stop it.
So, I shouldn't tell the settlers about the tracker?
No! This has to stay a secret. If I don't get rid of the black market contact, my family dies. Take the power unit with the tracker inside and give it to the settlers. I'm begging you.
Forget it. I won't betray my employers.
It's because I'm human, isn't it? I should have known an alien wouldn't care. I have to get my wife and kids. Find a way out of here. We don't have any credits saved up. No place to run. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
If you grab your family and start running now, you can hide in the swamps.
I hope you die.